Hello everyone, I'm Xiao Gang. In this chapter, or the next few, we'll cover some basic gameplay by analyzing this official case. We're currently on UE5 4.4 yet, and actually these UE5 versions have similar cases, but the UE4 cases are quite different because the engine model has changed. Alright, let's first talk about why we're covering gameplay. Because actually, from around chapter 15 onwards, we kind of had a gap. Since we focused more on teaching you about low-level multi-threading, about plugins, about smart pointers, and about networking, but actually the most basic entry-level position in game development, gameplay, which is game client development, mainly focused on game mechanics, M33. Sensei refers to our controller, camera, character. It's camera or not camera, but it means the same thing. And actually for our general positions, they are divided into client development and editor development. Editor development is usually the development of editor toolchains, and engine development or game server development. But the game server development we're talking about here is not the same as traditional game server development. It is different. What we're talking about is DS development. DS optimization, network bandwidth optimization. That is the development of game servers for thousands of players in the same instance, tens of thousands online. This kind of game server development, then gameplay is the most fundamental. In China, the situation is that gameplay is often looked down upon. But those who have made good gameplay are actually very few. Because the entry barrier for gameplay is the lowest, the number of people is also the largest. But in terms of employment, it is also the broadest, and also the most convenient. So we still need to talk about the basics of gameplay. We often go on to teach you some advanced and complex frameworks and knowledge. So how will we teach it? We will mainly go through the blueprint and C++ versions of these three cases. But everyone, as much as possible, try to write it from scratch as much as possible. Because for this course, many of the students' skill levels, actually, we are not quite sure what everyone's level is. Some may only have a blueprint foundation. Some have switched over from Unity. Some friends might be C++. Those who switch from training classes, so let's all stay unified. Let's go over this basic gameplay together. Then everyone follow us to create both the blueprint and C++ versions of these three projects. Then we will guide everyone to write and implement this functionality. And that will be it. It's still relatively simple as for these last 2 or 3 chapters. Let's give everyone a smooth transition, because the knowledge we covered before was really too much, too complex, especially the networking part, which took nearly 10 chapters to explain. And those tools, we'll actually use them again later. Each tool, in the big case studies later, should all be integrated together for everyone. Alright, so now everyone, follow me and create it together. Let's call this project F. This one is called TP. This one is called TD. Then its C++ version is FPC, TPC, and TDC. Okay, now let me guide you through creating one. First, we call it FP. Let's first create a blueprint. We don't need the startup pack, and we don't need ray tracing either. Just leave these as they are. We'll put it in our simple folder. I won't put this in the course plugin because this is just the official one. Very simple. You put it in our courseware size. It will also be troublesome when everyone downloads it later. Like when I often use it. I just create it. Then every time I just create a new one. As soon as I'm done, I delete it immediately. This is the first one. Then we continue creating here. I'll just skip over here. Let's directly take a look at what it looks like after we create it. Alright, we've already created it here. Just these few files, these few projects, everyone create them once. Then we will start this lesson. I will explain each one to you one by one. And then write it out, then reinforce it for everyone. Then we might just move this code around, but we will slightly modify some parts. But basically, we won't change it. If you have a good foundation, skipping this chapter is also fine.